Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Terrific save by Manuel. Oh, that was no routine save.
Beckham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Beckham with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence. Van Nistelrooy! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. Bellingham! That's a half-decent try.
Bellingham certainly could have and should have made more of that.
He's gone direct here. It's an inviting looking ball, that. He's been picked out. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Gaizka Mendieta. Gabriel promptly onto that, and that is that. And he was quick to react. Well-timed, excellent interception. Oh, there's a probing ball. And he's in on goal.
Well, you know, Peter, the brains of this particular team's operation is Pep Guardiola, someone who can dictate the tempo, and his appreciation of the game is a step above.
Big chance! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Has another go! And the ball, he's having a go! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
These early exchanges have been frenetic. Looks like we have a proper game on our hands, Peter.
Guardiola. And reclaimed it in a trice. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Bellingham. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Schneider. Van Nistelrooy pinches it off him. Mignon sends that a long way. Well, that looks a decent ball. Pass is just off target. Guardiola. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Gently done. Upamecano spots it and intercepts. Oh, what a pass! And the shot! And another try! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Neymar in acres of space out wide. Real chance! Decent enough try.
Listen, did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
And he's had it nicked away. Passes short and sharp. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. And he can clear it away. Costa Corta. Conte. Schneider is in a really good position now. And Van Nistelrooy!
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Well, they can break here. Beckham. That's been cut out, well played. Always onto this. Had a shot! And that has skimmed the post.
Oh, how close was that to going in? It only required the smallest of tweaks.
Nicely intercepted. That's a nicely measured pass. Can he finish? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Madrid can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Costa Corta, looking for the runner. He has found the way through. It's anyone's ball now. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Madrid have run the changes already. They could, of course, make further alterations at half-time. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break, 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Costa Corta makes the interception. Gets his pass away. Haaland. Conte. He's got the shot away! Neymar. Neymar looking to get on the end of this. He is through here! Mendieta deals with that comfortably. He'll try from distance. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Beckham standing over it. Punched away. Baresi. And here's Neymar. There's the shot! And they win it back again. Conte. Here's Haaland. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Look at the space. Messi! He has done it! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Paris Saint-Germain are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Good read, needed to be. Just about up to the hour now.
Asciende a 70.987 espectadores.
That looks a good ball through. Now it's Haaland. There's the hit! No mistake!
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
Mendieta. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Yeah, that's well seen too. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Paris Saint-Germain needed that. Great chance! Just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
So,
14
time for changes on
será
both sides,
sustituido
actually.
por el dorsal 23. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Madrid are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Oh, that... Can he finish? Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Van Nistelrooy deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him. Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more.
To Nielsen!
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And it's hoisted clear. Shapes to shoot! It's in!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Paris Saint-Germain take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Roberto Baggio. Always onto this. And Van Nistelrooy! It's a goal!
Paris Saint-Germain really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And the shot! They've scored! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely.
Oh, the invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
That has been cut short. And he's on his way. Haaland! It's a loose ball. It's out for a goal kick.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 13.
Time for a change in personnel.
El dorsal 22. Serán sustituidos por
He's intervened well
el
there.
dorsal 25. Neymar. El dorsal 17.
And they're back on the ball again. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Oh, not quite. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last. Oh, here's a chance! So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I think it's hard to ignore this guy, Mike Maignan, Peter. You don't normally pick a goalkeeper as a potential match winner, but I think his consistency has to allow him an exception, because I think he's just very solid in all aspects of his game, and he has a great relationship with this defence.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
And smartly reached. Beckham! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Great defending, strong and determined. It's a sweet ball, that. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now that's well seen too. Costa Corta. Throw in. Van Nistelrooy. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Madrid are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. And he thumps it clear. Ball's gone out of play. It's clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Beckham. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And it's Neymar. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Neymar. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And the pass is intercepted. Schneider. That'll be a throw-in. Adams. And that could set him on his way. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Looks for the finish! Denied by an instinctive save.
Schneider actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. That's gone for a throw-in.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 25, Neymar.
Gabriel.
Será reemplazado por...
Madrid have rung the changes already. They could, of course, make further alterations at half-time. White. Now it's Neymar. That is a great pick out. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Costa Curta. Oh, the ball's come loose here. No way through, so back it comes. Good spot, he's seen the run. Pass somewhat off target. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Stood up well to him there. Zaire Emery. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Beckham. Guardiola. Beckham. Mbappe stood his ground strongly. It's a mighty effort! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Schneider. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Great chance! There it is!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah.
And the first half is done. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Peter, this is far from a lost cause. Yes, they've been hit once by a pacey opposition, but they've asserted more control and look capable.
Madrid leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Now it's Messi. He's played him through. Stoichkov. Can he put it away? And yes, it's there! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen. Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Terrific header! It's run loose, who's going to get there? He's missed, but not by that far. Beckham, the regular corner taker. Big header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Oh, and he's through the middle. There's the hit! What a wonderful goal! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Paris Saint-Germain take the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do.
Shapes to shoot! He has done it! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
And yes, it's him again. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Now it's Stoichkov. No, that's been intercepted. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Well, it didn't look good for a while. Big chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And again they hit the front. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
And a header! And he has kept it out somehow.
Van Nistelrooy really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 7.
Beckham with the short one.
El dorsal 5.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Baresi.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
And he's there to retrieve it. And Van Nistelrooy! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
And not just close, agonisingly close.
Just a quarter of an hour to play.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Can he get it through? He steps in, and that's the end of that. He could be in here. Shapes to shoot! And he hits the net. And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Victor Nilsson. And the ball is out of play. Guardiola picks it up from the goal kick. Haaland. Schneider. Schneider unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he welcomes it in. Now it's Haaland. There's the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. Has a goal! Really well taken goal. Late drama, late goal. This will be one frantic ending. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew.
And the shot! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Paris Saint-Germain could not have picked a better time to snatch a 2-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Can he finish? Oh, what has happened here? He is through here. There will be a throw-in.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 33 será sustituido por...
So that's it. It is all over. Madrid did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Such scenes here. A sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. And as you can see, we've already started here. Cafu gets over and intercepts. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary. And we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Messi. Looking for a corner. Paris Saint-Germain with the corner. There first. Up he goes! Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Gabriel gets across to intercept that. Now it's Neymar. And he gets rid in a hurry. Schneider. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And it's Kane. Out for a throw. Costa Curta. Good spot, he's seen the run. Gabriel promptly onto that, and that is that. Beckham in with the challenge. Look at the space here. Oh, the shot could be on here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Great defending, strong and determined. Madrid still without a single shot on target. Neymar proves just a little bit too strong.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Kane. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's been cut out, well played. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Paris Saint-Germain applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Costa Curta. Paris Saint-Germain finding their passes. Adams cuts it out. Nicely weighted ball. That's a little off target. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. White. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. And it's Guardiola. Stoichkov. Stoichkov showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but Stoichkov! Paris Saint-Germain have reclaimed it. That has ended up in no man's land. Beckham works it forward. Pass is just off target. Beckham in with a header. Oh, the keeper's done ever. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, there's one standout, Peter, that needs improving, and that's the passing. All too often it's been found wanting, you know, much to the frustration of everyone around, and I'd go so far as to say that it's the biggest contributor as to why we have the scoreline we do.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Could be danger here! Costa Curta. And he welcomes it in. That's an excellent interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. And Van Nistelrooy! He's delivered all right!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one. I was impressed with...
Has a look and has a go. Gets his pass away. Tries a shot! It's in! 2 to the good! They have breathing space! How very smart. He just got it right.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Now it's Neymar. Now it's Stoichkov. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Beckham. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's got away. And the shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Van Nistelrooy really has just learned a lesson there. Your focus cannot lapse, even slightly.
That is good alertness. Guardiola. Neymar. And that's aimed into the middle. Gabriel is there, and he can get that. Stoichkov! Quality ball.
Stoichkov really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 23 será reemplazado por el dorsal 10. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
Now it's Haaland. Costa Curta cuts out the pass. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
And he's been shifted off it. 75 minutes played. Cafu, that has been cut short. That pass has been well intercepted. And that's another good win of the ball. Beckham. Beckenbauer. Roberto Baggio. Now it's Torres. Fernando Torres touches it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. To Nielsen. And here comes the corner. Beckham to take it as usual. Oh, smashing header! Nicked with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Corner number 3 coming up. And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Madrid can consider themselves just about safe now. Now that's well seen too. Van Nistelrooy. Oh, important interception. And he cuts out the supply. Martinez.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Great chance! It's a goal kick. He's had it nicked away. The most accurate pass. White makes the interception. Baresi. And time is up. Madrid are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. Van Nistelrooy voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.